Why have you been in the gym for months and still see no real changes in your body? It's not your routine. It's not your genetics. It's small daily habits that are destroying your muscle progress without you even noticing. And the worst part? Almost no one talks about them. Today, you'll discover the hidden habits that separate the strong from those who only try. Habit 1. Sleep like a bodybuilder. A lot of people go to the gym thinking that's where muscle is built. They do their routine, sweat, feel productive, and leave believing they did what was necessary. But what no one tells you is that in the gym, you're not building muscle. You're destroying it. Every rep, every set, every lift breaks muscle fibers. What determines whether you grow or not happens after. And it all starts with a habit almost no one respects: sleeping like a bodybuilder. Now, pause for a second and ask yourself, are you training hard, but seeing no results? Do you struggle to gain mass, even though you eat well? Then the problem probably isn't your routine, it's your night. While you sleep, your body releases one of the most powerful substances for muscle development: growth hormone. According to the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology, about 70% of this hormone is released during deep sleep phases. Do you know what that means? If you sleep too little or poorly, you're throwing your workouts in the trash. This is where self-deception comes in. A lot of people say, I function fine on 5 hours. But you're not trying to function, you're trying to grow. Sleeping less than 6 hours lowers testosterone, raises cortisol, the stress hormone, and worst of all, it makes you weaker, slower, and more prone to injury. Ronnie Coleman, 8-time Mr. Olympia, slept between 8 and 9 hours a day. Arnold Schwarzenegger spoke about sleep as one of the pillars of recovery. Neither of them improvised their rest, because they knew that's where muscle is truly built. But it's not just about quantity, it's about quality. Do you have lights on in your room? Are you on your phone before bed? Do you drink caffeine in the afternoon? All of that destroys your sleep architecture. And without deep sleep, there is no anabolism. Period. So the next time you wonder why you're not growing, don't think about your routine. Think about your pillow, because that might be the silent enemy holding back all your progress. Habit 2. Treat every meal like it matters. Most people who train with discipline eat like nothing really matters. And that's one of the biggest contradictions in the fitness world. They train hard. They want to grow. They want to look huge. But when it's time to eat, they improvise. Let me make this clear right now. Every meal you put into your body either builds muscle or costs you muscle. There is no middle ground. The most common mistake is thinking only total calories or daily protein matter. But if you truly want to gain muscle, especially if you're natural, you need something more strategic: protein frequency. What is that? It's distributing protein throughout the day in effective doses to constantly activate muscle protein synthesis. Put simply, your body needs repeated signals to build muscle. A study from McMaster University showed that consuming protein every 3 to 5 hours in doses of 30 to 40 grams maximizes the anabolic response in natural athletes. In other words, it's not just about eating a lot, it's about eating smart. Do you skip breakfast? Do you go more than 6 hours without eating after training? Do you eat only 2 huge meals a day? Then you're not feeding your muscle, you're abandoning it. Think of your body like a construction site. Each meal is a truck full of bricks. If the truck doesn't arrive, the work stops. And here's a detail few people consider: protein quality. 30 grams of soy protein is not the same as 30 grams of protein from eggs, meat, or whey. Animal sources have a complete essential amino acid profile, especially leucine, which is the key signal that triggers muscle growth. So, if you're wondering why your physique isn't changing, and you think you eat enough, look at it differently. Do you eat at the key moments? Do you eat what actually activates muscle? Because bodybuilding isn't one with one big dinner, it's one with every bite of the day. Eating well isn't about eating more, it's about eating with purpose. Habit 3. Train with intention. Training is not lifting weights. Training is forcing a muscular adaptation, and that only happens when you train with intention. Look around any gym. You'll see people with good technique, discipline, even strength, but very few are actually training to grow. Do you know the difference? Intention. Controlled muscular tension. Not how much weight you lift, Not how many reps you do, but how you do them. Muscle hypertrophy, actual muscle growth, happens when you expose the muscle to sustained mechanical tension, not when you rush through reps just to finish the set. And here's a concept most people ignore: time under tension. This refers to how long the muscle is working during a set. For growth, the ideal range is roughly 40 to 70 seconds per set. Do you count seconds while doing curls? Probably not. But you should. Ronnie Coleman didn't train for volume, he trained with control. Every rep was brutal, slow, controlled, intense. He didn't let momentum do the work, because he understood something beginners still don't. Muscle doesn't understand reps. It understands tension. If you do 12 sloppy reps with no control, you're doing less work than the person doing 8 slow reps, fully focused, controlling every second of the movement. Ask yourself this: do you perform exercises to finish them quickly, or to squeeze every muscle fiber dry? Muscle grows when you force it, not when you comfort it. That's why every rep needs intention. Every set should feel like it might be your last. And if you're not mentally present in every movement, then you're just moving weight, not building muscle. So next time you train, don't think about how many reps you'll do. Think about how much that set is going to hurt. Because if it doesn't hurt, it doesn't change. Habit 4. Control stress. Some people do everything right. They train, they eat well, they sleep enough, and still, they don't progress. Why? Because there's a silent enemy killing muscle growth, even when you don't see it. Stress. We live in constant overdrive. Work, traffic, screens, pressure. Your body doesn't care if stress comes from training or from personal problems. It only knows it's under threat. And when that happens, it prioritizes survival, not growth. Did you know stress raises a hormone called cortisol? When cortisol stays high, it directly blocks muscle protein synthesis. In plain terms, even if you train hard, your body won't build muscle efficiently if you're stressed all day. And this isn't theory. A study published in Psychoneuroendocrinology showed that people with chronic stress have lower muscle mass, even if they exercise. Think about this. During high-stress periods, do you eat worse, sleep less, feel weaker? That's not coincidence. Your hormonal system is completely out of balance. This is where the smart bodybuilder separates himself from the impulsive one. The strong lifter doesn't just train hard, he also learns how to put out the internal fire. How do you do that? You don't need to disappear into the Himalayas. You need moments of control. 10 minutes a day of deep nasal breathing. Walking outdoors without your phone. Cutting caffeine after midday. And yes, sometimes just turning your phone off for an hour. Because every time you relax, every time you quiet your mind, you're telling your body, now we can grow. Many bodybuilders fail not because they don't try hard enough, but because their mental load is too heavy. So, before you look for a new supplement, ask yourself, am I managing my stress or letting it destroy my gains? Because if your mind isn't calm, your body will never be in growth mode. Habit 5. Repeat the boring stuff. Do you know the one secret that connects all successful bodybuilders? It's not secret routines. It's not expensive supplements. It's this: repeating the boring stuff every day without missing. No one tells you this at the beginning, but muscle isn't built with motivation. It's built with repetition. And for many people, that's bad news, because they're chasing excitement, not results. Sound familiar? You change your routine every 2 weeks. You try the latest method you saw on Instagram. You switch diets every month, and the results? Stuck. Look at the best in the world. Ronnie Coleman ate chicken and rice every single day. He ran the same routine for months. He didn't need variety. He needed progress. And here's the part most people refuse to accept. If you're not capable of doing the same thing, done well, for weeks at a time, then you're not training to build muscle. You're training to be entertained. Can you imagine a construction worker changing tools every 3 days? Of course not. He uses the same ones because he knows they work. That's how the body works too. Muscle responds to what's repeated, not to what's surprising. Every time you repeat a solid routine, every time you eat the right food, even when you're sick of it, every time you train with intention, even when you don't feel like it, you're reinforcing one message: I want to grow, not improvise. Consistency isn't exciting, but you know what is? Looking in the mirror 6 months from now and not recognizing yourself, feeling stronger, leaner, more capable. That result doesn't come from viral motivation. It comes from repeating the boring stuff like it's sacred. So, before you change your routine or your diet, ask yourself, have I done the basics long enough? Because if you can't master the simple things, you'll never master the complex ones. Now you know the habits, but if you're not eating the right foods, all of this falls apart. There are ridiculously cheap foods real gym bros use to build muscle faster than you think. And I bet you're not even considering them. If you want to know what they are, the next video reveals everything.